Hello and welcome to the new Power BI tutorial video, and in this video I want to show you how you can create the fiscal year from the fiscal date, right? So this is a fiscal date which I showed you with the help of the calendar order function that you can create in the previous video, but you also need to know, or let's say you also need a column for reporting to indicate what is that fiscal year. For example, in this case, 1st April 2016 is the fiscal year 2016-17, and so on and so forth for for the other years. Like over here, this is the 7th August 2017, so this is 17-18. Same way you will have 18-19, 19-20, so on and so on. So whole idea is how you can create this custom column that is based on your fiscal date. The reason for this is the whatever year, quarter, month and day is being produced is basically based on the calendar year, and that is not very helpful. And before I show you, just one quick information which is about this sheet, that is the Google spreadsheet. So this Google spreadsheet link is present in the description, and as you can see that this is the place where I keep all of my videos till like 232 is the current one which is going on. Also the link is present in the column B. So the idea behind this is that you can come over here, search any of the video that you need, for example the dashboard related video or any other how-to video and things like those, along with some of the exercises that I have published in one single sheet. That way you can search easily, jump to the video using the link provided here in column B. Also you can create your own list out of this if let's say you have a different learning path or requirement, and you can keep it as a bookmark so that whenever you need it you will get it. With that, let's go back to the Power BI and see it. Also one more thing about the dataset. So the dataset is present. This is the dataset link which I give, but within dataset you have the Power BI folder. Within that you have the Power BI Superstore Sales. That is something which I am using in my example. Alright, with that let's move on to the Power BI. Okay, so here we have the fiscal calendar or the fiscal date that you can see we have created with the help of the calendar auto, and this is the fiscal year is something which I created while doing the experimentation, but I'll show you from the scratch by creating a new column altogether. So let's say this is a new column, and let's call it fiscal year 1, because if we created same name it will give an error. So fiscal year 1 is something we will going to create with the help of the if function. So we will going to test the condition about in which year we are, and accordingly we will going to produce it. So first thing first is we will specify this date, right, which is 1st April 2016. So that is your date, right, nothing but this date which is part of the fiscal calendar, and that should be your greater than or equals to. So greater than equals to what? We have the date, right, but we need to surround it by year function. So we are basically, because we have to calculate the year function or the year related calculation, so we need to identify what is the current year that we are having and then convert it properly into a date so that it should not give any error, right? And we are saying that if this is what our year is, comma 4 which is the month, comma 1 which is the date. So let's close this, and I need to close the date over here so that it is basically creating a proper date. So if this date is greater than equal to this date, right, then what it is saying, comma, that is basically equals to the first date. Then we are saying, if I go Alt Enter, if I press it, now we need to create the this first year, which is this one. So we are saying year, date. So we are identifying the year, that is 2016. That is what we have created it. And then we will say ampersand, and within double quotes this colon, this dash sign. So this is the dash sign. 2016 have come and this dash sign have come. And now we will say the last two character from the next year, right? So for that we need first year and then date, right? So we have created the date year and we have incremented by 1 to get the 2017, right? And then using the write function that we have, we will simply say give us the last 2 characters, that will give us this 17, and for the rest of the dates it will continue to get fetched information. So if our date is greater than equals to this date, then give us this. Otherwise, what it simply does is it give us the I'll just copy this, Control C, Control V. Otherwise, don't increment by 1, right? And close this. So all in all, what's going on over here is that we are saying if our date is greater than equals to the 1st April 2000, this 1st April and whatever that date is, then give us the next year. Otherwise, give us the same year, right? And the first 2 characters of it. And we will close this and click OK. So then what it produces is absolutely the similar output that you need for your reporting. And that way, when you are in fiscal year 2016, or let's say you go down, you get 2018, so on and so forth, right? So over here, it is starting from 1st April 2017. It has shifted the fiscal year from 2017. Okay, this is where I am getting a bit of an error. Hold on. 2016, right? So over here, it should not change from 1st of March. Looks like this calculation is working fine. So let me just see what I am doing differently. Okay, so if I click over here, okay, so the thing which I'm doing differently is I'm subtracting -1. So -1. The reason for this is, as you could see, is as soon as the year is shifting, it is basically taking this 2017 from the 1st of April, but we don't want this behavior. So if I click OK now and correct this formula, then I think we are again at the top. So let's go down to 1st of Jan. Yeah. So now you see 2016 is coming. So that's basically a bit of a manipulation that is going on to take care of your all the fiscal year related. So good that this calculation or this issue comes. If you find any other issue in this, feel free to reach out. But whole idea is that you use this calculation and create your fiscal year, right? And now everything is working fine. Okay. So with that, thank you so much for watching. In the next 2 videos, I will going to get and give you the fiscal quarter and the fiscal month as well.